Dad, we're bored.
What do you guys want to do?
I don't know.
You want to go to Super Nintendo World?
Hey Z family, welcome back. In our last video, we gave you a quick tour of all the worlds at Epic Universe. So in this video, we're going to take a closer look at Super Nintendo World, including the rides, the food, and other points of interest along the way, so you know what to expect. And you won't want to miss the final ride, because, you guessed it, we saved the best for last. Alright, so let's head straight to Yoshi's Adventure. Waiting in line is part of the fun here, so we'll show you some footage of that too. The interior designs you pass through are actually pretty cool. They've added all the characters and details from all the worlds and levels from the video games to keep you entertained while you wait, which actually makes the long wait times bearable. It's like stepping into the game before the ride even starts. So while we make our way through this line, here are some interesting things about one of the most iconic sidekicks in video game history. The egg-tossing, tongue-wagging, green dino we all know and love. Yoshi made his grand debut in Super Mario World back in 1990 on the Super Nintendo. From the moment players hopped on his back, Yoshi was an instant favorite, giving Mario the power to eat enemies, flutter jump over gaps, and even spit fireballs with the right power-up. Yoshi is part of a species of friendly dinosaurs who live on Yoshi's Island. In Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, we actually learned that the Yoshis rescued baby Mario and carried him through a huge adventure to save baby Luigi from Kamek and baby Bowser. So yeah, Yoshi has been a hero since day one. Now as far as this ride, it is slow-moving and perfect for families and little ones, with a minimum height requirement of just 34 inches. Each rider gets their own button. Press it when you spot the matching colored Yoshi egg to collect points as you explore. You'll cruise high above Super Nintendo World with amazing views you won't want to miss. Got a kiddo too small to ride? No worries. Child swap is available, so everyone gets a turn. Alright, so let's hop on a Yoshi. And guess what? We got a green one. As you can see, each rider gets their own seat. So after you help your child get on, seat yourself and bring down the safety bar, which has those egg buttons for you to play along. And don't worry, there's a friendly staff member that will be helping you out as well. Alright, we're officially on our way. Look at this view! We're riding on a track that wraps around the upper level of Super Nintendo World. So right from the start, you're getting some pretty awesome views of the whole land. There's Peach's castle straight ahead, looking royal as ever, and as we inch our way forward, you start to see Bowser's fortress appear to the right, which looks way too intense for Yoshi's chill vibe. And down below, you get a glimpse of where we're going next. Toadstool Cafe, shaped like a big, beautiful, red and white mushroom. Up ahead, to our left, is a Koopa Paratroopa. Hopefully it doesn't fly over to us, along with Pokey, a cheerful but deadly cactus. And to the right is Conkter, which will try to peck at us, but luckily it misses, which is going to allow us to spot our first Yoshi egg, a green one. So remember to hit that button in front of you. As you exit this warp pipe, Yoshi guides you through a storybook landscape featuring Baby Mario on a green Yoshi, Baby Peach on a pink Yoshi, Kamek flying on his broom past some shy guys, and a Poochie off to the right. Watch out, there's another Pokey. Don't let it distract you from noticing that red egg. Oh look, There are some baby Yoshis up ahead. There's a green one up to the right. And there's even a balloon baby Yoshi, a magenta-colored baby Yoshi, that allows you to hold on to it and gets you to higher places. Goodbye, Captain Toad! We didn't spot the blue egg, so we could only assume it was the one Comic was flying off with. Anyway, speaking of toads, I think it's time to head over to Toadstool Cafe and check out all the culinary creations Chef Toad has for us. After which, we'll walk through the gift shop to take a look at some of the neat souvenirs available.
Just ahead in the next room, you'll see ordering stations. Please place your order there. Well, time to check the oven again. I hope you have a wonderful time here at the Toadstool Cafe. Enjoy!
Alright, it's 1 p.m. now. We started the line outside, but we're finally inside and moving through the queue comfortably. Now, you may have heard Toad mention that you order in this room, but it wasn't fully operational yet. So instead, we were asked to order through the mobile app. You can use descriptions on the app and the various screens in the waiting room to determine which Mushroom Kingdom delicacy you want. When it's our turn, we're shown to our table and just scan the QR code to connect our order. So we ordered the Mario Burger with mushrooms and American cheese served on a brioche bun with a side of truffle French fries. And a Mario Mini Burger Adventure Set, which includes corn on cob, broccoli, and a coin cookie. And to spice things up, Bowser's Fireball Challenge, a 1-pound spicy meatball topped with mozzarella cheese, served with a fiery mushroom marinara sauce, Bowser puff pastry, parsley, and hot sauce on the side. To sweeten things up, we thought we ordered a Mount Beanpole slice of cake, but instead we received a whole Princess Peach cake, large enough to feed the entire Mushroom Kingdom. Sometimes, a parent's mistake is a child's reward. So, what did we do? We celebrated all our birthdays early. Alright, we need to walk off this meal. So let's head over to 1UP Factory, one of 3 main gift shops in Super Nintendo World. So here, you'll find shirts, hats, headbands, necklaces, cups, and plush dolls for Luigi, Mario, Princess Peach, Bowser, Yoshi, and many other characters. cool merchandise here. Did you see anything you liked? Now let's head over to Bowser's Fortress and burn some rubber. So what's big? Breathes fire, wears spiked cuffs, and is always kidnapping Princess Peach. Yep, we're talking about Bowser, the king of the Koopas. And I don't even have to tell you where we are. You know, the gray bricks, the red and orange decor, the statues and self-portraits of a megalomaniac. It takes you back to 5th grade. That summer, when your only goal in life was to pass every level of Super Mario on your Nintendo DS or Super NES, so you could finally stop getting the runaround from the Toads about how the princess is in another castle. And finally, stop battling one of King Koopa's minions, but instead face the big kahuna himself, Bowser. As one of the most popular attractions at Super Nintendo World, expect to wait a lot. At one point, the wait time was at almost 3 hours. At this point, we have already gone through 2 waiting rooms. So since we have several interesting rooms to go through in Bowser's castle, let's talk about who this character is anyway. Bowser made his grand debut way back in 1985 in Super Mario Bros. On the original Nintendo Entertainment System. From day one, his main goal was simple: conquer the Mushroom Kingdom and take Princess Peach for himself. And walking through this study room, we were actually surprised to learn about how much effort he puts into understanding and conquering his enemies. While he's known for being big and bad, Bowser's also surprisingly smart. He's built entire castles, controls airships, and even dabbles in dark magic. However, despite being the villain, leader of the Koopa Troop, a whole army of turtles, Goombas, and other minions, Bowser isn't totally evil. In fact, in some games, he teams up with Mario when bigger threats show up. It's complicated, like rivals with benefits kind of thing. Bowser even has a son, yep, Bowser Jr., and their relationship is weirdly sweet for a villain. He even calls him Papa. And let's just say that the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, as he also takes up after his papa and will destroy his enemies in the pursuit of world domination. Here we have a Boo, which are known for being shy and will cover their faces and become intangible when you look at them, but will chase after you when you look away. You could just imagine Bowser sitting in this room, studying his enemies, seeking wisdom from Kamek, or simply writing a heartfelt poem for Princess Peach as he gazes at her picture. Maybe something like this: "Oh Peach, my flame, my royal dream, you rule my heart, or so it seems. I build my castles tall and wide, hoping one day you'll rule beside. They say I'm cruel, a beast, a brute, but love makes monsters oddly mute. I battle plumbers, face defeat, yet still my heart is at your feet. So here I wait in lava's glow. For just one look, then I'll let go." But before you start to sympathize too much with Bowser, you're going to find yourself in a production room where Mecha Koopas, Bullet Bills, and Bob Ombs are assembled as shown here. Alright, we're now about 1 hour and 45 minutes into this waiting line, and up ahead is where we pick up our headset. So you'll grab one and place it on your head, and once you sit on the ride, you'll grab one of those fancy AR visors and pop it on your head. Don't worry, it's super lightweight and surprisingly comfortable, and there'll be instructional videos as we'll show you in the waiting rooms ahead. And maybe this is the perfect moment to talk about the ride itself. Because Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge isn't just a ride, it's like stepping into the game. If you've ever played Mario Kart, And let's be real, who hasn't? This is that experience cranked up to 11. You're basically climbing into a real-life cart with 2 seats in the front and 2 in the back. And while it doesn't speed around like a roller coaster, it does move, spin, and glide you through the wildest tracks from the games. You'll be swerving through lava-filled Bowser castles, underwater tunnels, and even Rainbow Road makes an appearance in all its glittery, chaotic glory. The whole ride is a combo of real sets, moving vehicles, and augmented reality magic. So what you see in front of you actually changes depending on where you look. It's like Mario Kart, but 4D, with friends, and no one can actually fall off the track. It's a total win-win. The minimum height is 40 inches, and child swap is available so that every parent enjoys the action. Before we go further, we have to warn you that tragedy is about to strike. Things are about to take an unexpected turn. So, there we were, 2 hours into the line, finally about to ride, when, bam, the fire alarm goes off. At first, we honestly thought it was part of the show, like some kind of immersive moment. But nope. Once it clicked that this was real, everyone just kinda looked around in total disbelief. Cue the awkward laughs and the wait what's happening faces. Unfortunately for us, and about 1,000 other guests, we were evacuated from the building, forced to go back to World 1 Level 1. Well, sort of. Total bummer. But hey, we picked up a few pro tips. First, if this ever happens to you, definitely ask a team member about a free return pass. We saw a few folks get them, so it's worth a shot. You can also try the single rider line to skip the wait, but just know you'll probably get split up from your group. And of course, there's always the paid express pass option, which saves tons of time, though for us it didn't quite make sense, at least not yet, since we've got little kids who can't ride everything anyway. So we came back a few hours later, single ride express pass in hand, and we quickly moved back to where we left off. Which revealed yet another pro tip. You can take a chance and get in line for the more popular rides just before the park closes, and the wait times are very likely to be significantly less. Alright, so finally at the bottom of the stairs we're on now is where we get to hop on the 4-seat standard cart from the games. Now remember that much of the experience comes from the augmented reality headset, so we'll show you the ride, but it in no way will be a substitute for what you'll see on the actual ride. And there you have it. Did we win? Not even close. But wow, what a feast for the eyes. You know what we need right now? Speed, barrels, and some brave apes. So let's switch the game cartridge to another fan favorite, Donkey Kong Country. Here, you'll be getting on Minecart Madness, where you'll help Donkey Kong keep the golden banana from the hands of Tiki Tom, the leader of the Tiki Tak tribe and who lives in a volcano. Along the way, you'll get some help from your fellow Kongs, Diddy, Dixie, and others. By the way, did you know that the Donkey Kong character was created before Mario? In fact, in 1981, Donkey Kong was the title character, a villain that would challenge the hero, a carpenter named Jumpman, who was later renamed Mario. It wasn't until years later that Mario spun off with his own storyline and game. So you could argue that without Donkey Kong, there may never have been a Mario or Luigi or Princess Peach. Minecart Madness is a roller coaster with restrictions and amenities, similar to Mario Kart. The minimum height is 40 inches. There's child swap and a single rider lane available. We didn't see an express pass lane, although it looks like there may be one in the future. The novelty of this ride is that the cart you are riding is connected to the track on its side. So the track you seem to be riding on is not totally real. And at times you'll appear to jump over missing pieces of track. Very cool engineering. However, unless you are riding in the front and are super tall, you may not notice this. Now, before we jump onto a minecart, we'll need to get some wisdom from an ancient yet cranky ape.
What are y'all still doing here? That's the end of my story. What do you mean you don't get it? Just hop in a minecart and chase the Tiki Tak tribe out of the temple before they get the golden banana. Hey, this ain't the ripest manners on the tree, I'll tell you what. Would you knock it off, Squawks? You're lucky I'm full up on bananas. This roasted parrot sounded mighty tasty right now. I'm just pulling your wing, bud.
All right. And it is on like Donkey Kong. Wow, that was amazing. But will it be as amazing as our next adventure? Will it be somewhere swampy, beachy, or mountainy? I'm not telling, so I guess we'll just have to see you there.